I don't know. I don't know if I'm actually gonna use it as my thumbnail. If you know anything about me, which you don't, none of you do, you would know, you will know, I fucking hate Taylor Swift. I fucking hate Taylor Swift so much. I actually made this background. Hold on, shrink this. Actually, I don't know if I'll access that again. I made this sick little background in Canva. Pretty cool. Courtesy of the Travis and Taylor Reddit. Love you guys. Anyway, I hate this woman. I know hate's a strong word. I know you shouldn't hate people, but I do. I hate many people. And I hate Taylor for one main reason, which leads into other reasons. And that main reason is, of course, that she is the most mediocre woman to ever exist. And yet she is one of the richest women to ever exist. Certainly the richest woman to benefit off of her mediocrity, I believe, but that might be wrong because Rebecca Yarros exists and she's still making books and book deals, so the day is still young. The culture, the mediocre, the fight for the richest mediocre white woman we're still running it. But I saw this morning that Miss Swift, announced that she is going to be releasing a docuseries. I'm not done talking. That she is going to be releasing a docuseries, a little behind the scenes of the Eras Tour, which is crazy because what could have possibly happened? What planning? I understand it's a big event. It was a 2-year tour and it was relatively seamless, I think. You know, she got from place to place. She got there, she sang the songs, she lip synced the songs, she was there. But the Eras Tour was so bad. And it's like, well, where's your tour? Where's your tour, local? Okay, and I admit, they have yet to grant me my 3-hour stadium tour, full stadium tour coming to you eventually. We're still in the works. That's still in the works. We're still planning it. We're still working it out. We're still working the kinks out. That being said, even if I were to not be planning an epic 3-hour long 2-year tour of my own, of which I am, of course, even if I were not doing that, there's a very special phrase that I like to use in these situations where it's like, well, what about you? What about your accomplishments? And I don't have to be able to do a backflip to know when a backflip is not being done properly. Okay? And that's kind of the situation here with Miss Taylor Grift. Because while I was already pretty peeved about the rollout, about the Life of Showgirl rollout, and not even just as like a hater, okay? Because I am a hater through and through. I hate things thoroughly and with education. So I don't deny that I'm a hater, and I don't deny that I was probably looking for reasons to be pissed about Taylor Swift's new album. But it was everywhere. It was everywhere. If you were anywhere on social media, if you weren't on social media, if you were on Spotify, if you were on like your local barber's Facebook page, she was there for some fucking reason. And not for some fucking reason, it's because people want to make money off of her name, because they know that basic bitches will do anything to be like,
oh my god, Taylor. Oh my god, Taylor Swift. Oh my god, Taylor Swift. I love anything Taylor Swift.
Even when she's not associated with it, which honestly is not even a love of Taylor Swift, it's a love of consuming, okay? Not the point. So I was already pissed about the rollout, the album rollout, the really shitty, really awful album rollout that was shoved down the people's throats, and I was already pissed about that. And then the album came out, sucks. Album sucks. That's a whole video in of itself. Probably more than 10 minutes, honestly. And I'm not the only one. I'm not the only genius. I'm not the only one who has had commentary on how much the album sucks. It sucks. So, album sucks. And then, because Taylor Grift can't, I don't understand, I don't understand the moves we're making here. I don't need to. So, it's just not enough with the engagement, with the album, with the Chiefs sucking. Actually, I don't know if they suck, but Travis Kelce sucks. I've seen some pretty horrific plays. I'm not even a football guy. But all of that, and then we hear that the Eras Tour can't fucking die. We cannot forget about the fucking Eras Tour to save our life, despite the fact that it was one of the worst stage productions I've ever seen. And I'm not just talking in terms of tours, like in terms of like concert performance. I'm talking production. I have seen high school plays put on better stories than that of the Eras Tour, which grossed like $4 billion. Okay? I'm not just talking about concerts, but if never mind, pause. That's a whole different subject. So Eras Tour sucked, but now we're getting a 6-episode docuseries about it. Who cares? Oh my god. I feel like this was actually a really smart move because The Life of a Showgirl and the like 40 fucking variants that have been released have weakened the trust between the brand, Taylor Swift, between the brand and the consumer. So trust it's thinned a little bit, so we have to bring it back, but we're not going to release Reputation because I feel like that Reputation Taylor's version is when we're really desperate. Okay? I think when TS13 flops, because it will unless she gets co-writers, ghost-writers, starts listening to her producer's notes, learns to dance maybe, but her fans really don't care about any of that. Maybe learns to sing, but her fans don't really care about any of that. So when TS13 flops, I think that we're going to need Reputation Taylor's version for that, if she even lasts that long, but she probably will. But no, the Eras Tour was such a bad production. But I think that we had to strengthen the trust between brand and consumer again. And we're like, well, consumers loved Eras Tour. Eras Tour, I would say, reignited a failing spark of Taylor Swift, much like Reputation had. But Eras did it in a much grander way. So we have to bring back the Eras Tour under the like, it's the end of an era. Well, are we in the Showgirl era now? We're in the Trad Wife MAGA era now? Like, what era are we going into? So we had The Life of a Showgirl to like close out this era, but it didn't do any of that. Like, the album is not good. The album is not is not like a curtain puller, you know? I'm just appalled, and I'm so annoyed at seeing more Taylor Swift fucking everywhere. And I don't know what's gonna happen between now and December 13th when the Eras docuseries comes out and her absolute choke holds the media a little bit longer. But I hope by that time people realize that Taylor Swift is not even a Nepo baby. I don't think Nepo baby is the correct word to use. That Taylor Swift has not earned any of her stripes. She might have earned her money, but you can't earn $1 billion. It's like,
No, she's like the first ever billionaire to like earn her money from like her art.
you know how many people it takes to make a song? She doesn't produce her own music. We see what happened when she writes her own songs. We're getting to the end of the 10 minutes, so I'm starting to ramble a little bit, as the whole thing has been. I'm so sick of Taylor Swift, and it definitely warrants a longer video that is not just, me practicing 10 minutes. In fact, I'll probably make another 10-minute video where I actually have stuff written down for me to talk about. But I saw the announcement today, and I was so peeved about it. But also, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to watch it because I'm so excited to try and gaslight myself once more that I'm a hater for no reason. And I'm excited to as well confirm that I am not a hater for no reason and that I am just a person of taste. And that's time. That's time, gamers.
Yeah.